When we help one another, we're not doing it because it's a social program. It's far more than that. It's putting our faith in action. When we help those in need, we should be motivated by a love of God. Sometimes I'm asked by some of our neighbors who are not Catholic, when they go to a Catholic church for a wedding or a funeral, one of the things that may strike them is when they walk in, on the cross, we have a statue of Jesus. And they'll say, well, why do you Catholics still have Jesus on the cross? In my church, we have a plain cross. Why do you still have Jesus? Don't you know that he triumphed over the cross? He's risen. And of course we know that. And there's nothing wrong with a plain cross. But usually in a Catholic church, you'll see a crucifix, a statue of Jesus on the cross. And when people ask me, why do you still have Jesus on the cross? I say, because the church is still on the cross. We suffer, and Jesus is with us in our sufferings. You know, in the story from the Acts of the Apostles, when Saul, later St. Paul, is on the road to Damascus with arrest warrants to arrest Christians, probably to have them put to death, he's struck down, blinded, and he hears the words of Jesus say to him, Saul, Saul, why do you persecute me? It would have been more logical if Jesus had said, Saul, Saul, why do you persecute my followers? But he doesn't. He said, why do you persecute me? As Jesus says in the Gospels, whatever you do to the least of your brethren, that's what you do to me. I am with you in your suffering. And so when we help someone else, it's not just because it's a social need. It's putting our faith into action. Jesus is still on the cross with us in our crosses in life, and he calls us to be there with our neighbors too, and truly be his hands, his presence, to bring his love to those who are suffering. Helping neighbor is putting our faith into action.